everybody. It's been a minute, but we're back with another one. You know what I mean? Glad that you guys are here with me. Like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate the followers and the people that come back to check in on me and everything like that. It's been rough a little bit, you know what I mean? That's why I've been gone for a little while. But I mean, it's only been a couple of days. Let's be real. I've only been gone a couple of days. Nothing really crazy. But at the same time, I do gotta apologize to you guys for not coming back to back. And we back here right now. So let's get back to it. So blessings to everybody. You know what I mean? Let's start with that first and foremost. Blessings to everybody. You know what I mean? Whether if you're atheist or not. You know what I mean? Whatever blessing that you think a blessing is to you, then that's what it is, yo. Blessings to you, my brother or sister. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. Like in the title, it says, you know what I mean? It says what it says, Nipsey Hussle story, you know what I mean? Plus Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? So it's a little, I want to say it's like a little 5-minute documentary or so. Not really a documentary, but it's like just somebody. I don't want to say somebody, and I don't mean no disrespect to the person that's in the video or nothing like that. Just don't know your name. But it's a person that's close to Nipsey or whatnot, and he's doing a little documentary, little thing that he's talking about Nipsey and everything like that. And they got clips of Nipsey and things like that. And we're gonna get into it because we miss Nipsey. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, man. It's been like 5 years or something like that. Like I want to say that I think it was like 4 years since he was passed. You know what I mean? And shout out to the late great Nip. You know what I mean? So that being said, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check out this video and everything like that. You know what I mean? So let's get into it.
My name is Groovy Lou Jones. Money earner, Mount Vernon, New York.
Groovy Lou.
I used to bring different clothing, help him out with certain things, and then when he got on, he's like, "Yo, bro, let's go." When he came to me, he was ready to win. He was ready to let the world know. They already knew, but through fashion, they gonna see me. They respect my music. Now they about to respect my wardrobe and my fashion. He was the flyest sweatsuit wearer, jumping out the car, saying what up to the people, 100,000 worth of jewelry. Like, I used to be like, "Yo, Nip, you know them?" I'm like, "Nah, shit's love." I'm like, wow. So I see why he's the people's champ. All over, anywhere we went. It was real love. Like, they wanted to know him, they wanted to touch him, they wanted to meet him, they wanted to take a picture with him.
Always love, bro. You already know. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, you inspired through the music, through the fashion, but then when you see him and the way he embraces you and you get the love and you're like, wow, that helps. That adds on to everything. Because some people
see, like, it's hard to get. I mean, like people adapt. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get back to the video. I apologize. I'm not stopping the video. I'm gonna get back to it. But my thing is that people don't get to that level of thinking and kindness in their heart and things like that. Just straight up, oh, I'm born. That's all right. I'm born. I'm back to being. Not back to being, but I'm born. I'm here to be good and be nice to people and things like that. The only person that done that was Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And R.I.P. to him also. The world has murdered great people. You know what I mean? And nice people too. But anyway, it's hard to get to that type of level of thinking of Nipsey and everything like that. How he thinks in a nice way, in a good way, you're like this and everything like that. People love you and embrace you because you're a really good guy. You know what I mean? And I say that because like you get to that type of level going through hardship, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it was a lot of hardship that Nipsey went through and everything like that, coming up and everything like that. If you know his story, you know his story. I don't want to talk about too much about anything like that because I don't want to say anything wrong. Well, not necessarily wrong, but anything incriminating. You know what I mean? I don't want to say anything like that. So my thing is that you don't get that type of level unless you have been through something and you're not necessarily that you're punked or something like that, but you're humbled. You know what I mean? You're humble now because you done been through those hard times. You done seen how hard life can get. You done seen things and been through things that life can only teach you. And yeah, and so that's how you get to the level of thinking and behavior as to how Nipsey Hussle is or was and how he was with the people and things like that and how people loved him, because there's plenty of people out here that was Crips or Bloods or things like that. People don't like him at all. Not even a thought of good about them. You know what I mean? But it's a maturity level and things like that you have to get through too while working through your hard times and hardships and things like that. You know what I mean? So let's get to it again.
People and artists can be kind of standoff, they do what they do, but then when it's time to embrace the people and be in the community with the people, the less fortunate ones, they kind of rub them off. But Nip was in tune to that. That's what made him the people's champ.
All righty now, Grammy nominated.
Yes.
Nipsey Hussle is in the neighborhood, man.
What up?
Hard work, huh?
Come on, man.
So proud of you.
Nip, you've been doing it, man. How much work have you been putting in to Nipsey Hussle? Because we can go back, man, and before we were sitting down doing interviews and before radio, you know what I'm saying? You seem like the same neighborhood Nip that you were working towards something.
Yeah.
How much hard work does it really take for you to do what you do and be where you are right now?
Man, I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it, and you catch the wisdom off of that.
And that's what I was just saying about Nipsey and everything like that. Like, he's been through things and things like that, like some of us have, and things like that. And I have brought us the wisdom and things like that as he speaks of. You know what I mean? So I didn't get to the point where I'm at. I know you guys don't really know me like that, but at the same time, I could only consider myself what I consider myself. It's from your guys' perspective or anybody else's perspective to look from the outside looking in at the same time. But at the same time of that is that I consider myself a humble person and a nice person. And I do a lot of, I've went through a lot. And even just dealing with, just like everybody else does, but people deal with certain things different ways, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that, like, I deal with a baby mother, you know what I mean? And I never thought that I would be in this situation or anything like that. I'm very happy for my son, you know what I mean? I love him to death, you know what I mean? I would never, ever, ever deny him, you know what I mean? No matter what. And, so going through that hardship with my child's mother and everything like that at the time, you know what I mean? So that really changed me. Whether if it was, I want to say it changed me for the better, but I mean, whether if it was for the good or bad, it definitely changes the person on what you go through and things like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, that people take hardships and things like that at different levels and things. Like, people might take my situation if they go through it and they might possibly hurt themselves or somebody else. You know what I mean? But me going through the situation, it humbled me, you know what I mean? It bumped me to the place where I'm at now and things like that. And God doesn't put you through anything that you can't handle. So if you're going through something and things like that, just know that God is putting you through it because he believes that you're one of his strongest soldiers to go through that. And I know that sounds very cliche, but at the same time, sometimes cliche is truth. So just try to think about not necessarily that smooth talk right there, that cliche part, but I just mean just think about the things that you go through and really try to embrace it. And I know that sounds weird, like embracing the bad, but you have to embrace the bad with the good and the good with the bad in order to get to the mind level and things like that God wants you to be at. Because God always wants you to be good. He's never going to make you be bad. The only time you go bad is if you don't have the faith in him or yourself. You know what I mean? So that's how you become humble and things like that. You know what I mean? So let's just finish this up, though.
You coming up in certain communities and you make it out and you doing certain things and you having different situations, you want to move from that and run from that, and but Nip was coming up with the people. What he wanted for himself, he wanted for the people from his community as well. People's champ. That's what makes you the people's champ. He built that up through the years. Like, it ain't just it's hurdles you gotta, it's fires you gotta put out.
But what does that mean to you, man? To own that lot, you know what I'm saying? Where you basically grew up and hustled out of and did everything.
Right, man. It's on one level it's sentimental because we grew up right there, and that's the corner that I'm connected to. And then on another level, it's just a great business move and it's a great piece of land to own. But then also, like y'all said, it's connected to us in a much deeper way. Used to, my first Nipsey Hussle music was tested in that parking lot, you know what I mean? On just people, and just everything else took place in that parking lot. So full circle moment for sure.
He is the real people's champ. Nip is the people's champ. He's the one, man. But we see the love and the energy out there.
Just don't know how he
the people's.
That's just so unfortunate, man, on what happened to Nipsey, man. Honestly, like I on that day that happened, man, like I was so shocked that like I cried the next day, like it was like either later that night or like the next day. I was hurt, bro. That's some real, like, I know a lot of people say it's like, that they cried or whatever the case is, but nah, it's not too many. It's not too many people that I don't know that I cry about. You know what I mean? I feel bad. Don't get me wrong with that. I do feel bad for things that happen to people that I don't know. Don't get that mixed and screwed. At the same time, there's only certain types of people that touched my soul. You know what I mean? To the point where I cried. Like if that was like my brother or my family member type of thing. Like if I knew Nipsey, you know what I mean? Like I've been listening to Nipsey, like, and a lot of people have been listening to him longer than me. But I mean, at the same time, like I started listening to Nipsey when I think that was what, Mailbox Money. That was definitely the name of the mixtape / album or whatever. But I'm just trying not to forget exactly when I started listening to him. But I do remember for a fact that's when I really, 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 really started taking heed to Nipsey Hussle's music when Mailbox Money came out. And maybe to some people that might be late, some people that might be early. Hey, I just know that I liked Nipsey at that time. You know what I mean? I still like Nipsey, but I just mean when I first started listening to him and everything like that, that's what really caught my attention. And ever since Mailbox Money came out, I was always checking for Nipsey. Always checking to see if he was coming out with another song, single, mixtape. You know what I mean? And when Victory Lap came out, man, that was like the most perfect album that he's put together. First of all, of course, that was the most perfect album that he put together. But at that time, there's still a few albums that there's a lot of albums. I mean that album is better than. I just mean that. But when that album came out, though, it's like. That was like the album, like it was like a No Way Out album, to be honest with you. Like that is a classic album. The Victory Lap album is a classic album. You know what I mean? And it's not, nothing has to do with passing away, which making it more streamable or liked or something like that. It has nothing to do with nothing like that. Like the album just sounds perfected. Like everything, the audio and how the drums and the vocal cords are coming through, down to the quietness and the dark and the blank spaces and things like that. Like it just sounds like quality music, like no airplay back. You know what I mean? It's just very, very sound quality music. So let's just finish this up. You know what I mean? I get in here talking through the whole thing.
Still rock with him to this day, and they'll continue to rock with him. And it's a marathon.
Very unfortunate what happened to my mans, man. The People's Champ. The People's Champ, Nipsey Hussle, man. Hey, yo, shout out to Original Links. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. If I pronounced it wrong, I apologize. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming in and following the brother. Shout out to you. But yeah, man, Nipsey Hussle, very, very, very important man. Like Nipsey Hussle is very, very important to the Black community, man. Very important to the Black community, and death is always bad, but like when it happens to somebody like a leader, you know what I mean? It's bad enough that our Black leaders are coming out here getting either murdered or going to jail for either murder or some wild off the wall stuff. You know what I mean? Whether if it's true or not, they're being taken down. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, like we're in a world where things like that is happening. Like it's been an onslaught of Black leaders, men or women, period, for the past couple of years. Like, I mean, obviously it's been going on for just more than the past couple of years, but I mean like the past few years since they started really dying. You know how many Black leaders have really like died like recently or went to jail? Like it's horrible. It's almost like it's almost like they're trying whoever it is. I ain't gonna say exactly who. I don't know. Get out here speculating, and that's for y'all to do things like that. And just saying that it's almost like it's like a hit on us, almost. You know what I mean? It's like trying to take our soul, like our Black soul, from us and take us down. They take our leaders and castrate them in front of everybody. You know what I mean? In front of everybody, for everybody in the whole world to see one of the stronger Black leaders that we have. You know what I mean? Whether if it was Nipsey or, I mean, y'all say what y'all say about Diddy. You know what I mean? And it's some very unfortunate, man. It is very unfortunate what's going on with Diddy, man. Honestly, like what's going on with Diddy. Like Diddy, me growing up, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. You know what I mean? Diddy, Bad Boy, all of that, Biggie, The Lox, Lil' Kim, Charlie Baltimore. And she wasn't even part of Bad Boy. She was just hung around him. But it ain't but so many people that you could come on and tell me bad about Bad Boy at that time. You know what I mean? Like I was strictly Bad Boy, pause. And it wasn't so many things that people could really say negative about them and things like that. But now in 2024, like I could see, and that's the thing is that, like I said, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. Like I knew guys that spoke similar to Diddy, like, hey, daddy, how you doing, daddy? You know what I mean? Like, I've heard people talk like that. And I'm from Jersey. You know what I mean? I'm originally from Jersey. You know what I mean? Diddy's from Bronx. You know what I mean? And, well, that's where I believe he's from. I heard that he was from another spot. Anyway, I just know that I don't really care for the situation at hand with that part. And I just hope that it's not true. And then I hope also that he could just get past it, because we need our strong Black leaders to still be here and be a figure, whether if they're in the public eye or not. You know what I mean? Which they should be, because we need a lot more Black public figures in the public eye. You know, so I just hope that that whole thing passes by and Diddy don't have to really endure that too much anymore, and we could just we could just move on from any of the nastiness going on. Because in 2024, 2023, things like that, like, people are just coming out saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that, and it's just all being taken in, and just, it's almost like you believe that before you even get a chance to hear the other person's side of the story, or like anything like that. Like, you're guilty until proven innocent. And in the streets, not necessarily been like that. I ain't gonna say streets, but the people wasn't really like that in the streets. I guess you could say the streets. So they was never really like that. There was always the ones that used to say, "Oh, wait till the verdict," and things like that. Like, we used to always say that. It was only the law that said guilty until proven innocent. It was always us that was out here saying the opposite, until we get the chance to be the voice. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, the people out here have put Diddy out there on the stake. You know what I mean? Without even pause, but I mean, put him out there and everything like that, and try to ridicule him and things like that in the public eye, whether if we believed it or not. Like, and there's a lot of people that do believe it. There's some people out here that don't believe it. But at the same time, we need more people that don't believe it, and people that have any inside information and things like that to really come forward and really say anything. Like Elliot Ness, you know, he came out recently saying that he didn't believe that stuff that was going on with Diddy, and how this wasn't true. Like, he never seen anything like that before. You know what I mean? He never witnessed anything bad like that with Diddy or whatnot. But that's only one person. You know what I mean? Person out of how many people that has ever came out and said that about Diddy. You know what I mean? It's not too many people that has ever came out and said the opposite of what's going on out here with Diddy. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is not a Diddy conversation. I just got ran down on with that whole thing. Anyway, I'm going through, like I said, like you see in the video on the captions and whatnot. We done talked about Nipsey Hussle. We're gonna talk about Mr. Beast. All right, I'm recently on to Mr. Beast. I've watched a couple videos with him before and things like that, even on my channel. You know what I mean? Watched a couple videos with you guys. But I know I'm very late. On the bandwagon of Mr. Beast. I know I'm very late on that. At the same time, he has a lot of videos out right now. You know what I mean? He has a lot of videos out. A lot of videos. We also watched the video of how he became famous. So you go back and watch that other video. But what we are going to watch right now, we're going to watch this video of I spent 24 hours in a doomsday bunker. Right? Spent 24 hours in a doomsday bunker, Mr. Beast. Let's see. Let's see what this bunker looks like. Because Mr. Beast, he has a lot of bread. And the things that we see, he ain't going through but so much BS, I guess, right? Can't be. I don't think so. So let's just get right into this. Let's see what type of bunker this is.
Dozens of missile silos were built in the 1950s, and they were made to withstand a nuclear strike. But after being abandoned in the 60s, this one has been transformed into a 14-story luxury underground bunker, complete with a pool, garden, movie theater, and so much more, with the purpose of giving people a cool place to stay if, the world ended.
And we're going to spend 24 hours here. And this is how you get in. Look how thick this is. You couldn't break into this if you had 1,000 years. Once we step inside and shut that door, we're stuck for 24 hours, okay?
Darn. Jeez.
Come on in, boys.
Hey, guys, I apologize if my screen is glitchy a little bit and whatnot. Hey, like I said before, though, like, share, subscribe, things like that. Support me and things like that. You guys support me and my page goes crazy. We all go crazy together. I can update all my systems and things like that. We can get better quality videos and more videos and time to do the videos and things like that too. If you just hit that like button, just share, subscribe, do all that type of stuff. Type of stuff. Check out my about section on my Twitch also. I know I'm streaming on Twitch right now, but this also will be going on my YouTube page. My YouTube page, same name, except for not the X in the front of the RedRum 15. Long story short, it was like somebody almost like took my name, pretty much. I just have to get it back. You know what I mean? Anyway, so check out my about section on my Twitch account. You could like, share, subscribe. And I have a lot of things on my about section with the Cash App. You could check out my Amazon on there, things like that. You could add things to my Amazon. You could buy things from my Amazon. You can just send it right to me. Or, like I said, you just add things to my Amazon, things that, like my games and things like that you might want to see me play. Because I also play games on here and things like that too. So, long story short, let's finish this video.
The door's now closing, guys. That's a 16,000-pound door that just closed. 24 hours starts now. Let's go. Door number 2. There's another door. This place is so secure. It's crazy. Got it. Oh my goodness. Look at this door. That's another thick door. Okay. Here's another door.
This is pretty bad.
4th door that we've had to go through. Chandler, I'll let you do it. Oh, wow.
Oh, no. He knows the secret combo.
On the other side of this steel-bolted vault door is a pool, which only makes sense. Yo. Whoa! Hello! We should throw Chris in the water.
Oh, totally.
Let's do it. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Hey. I'm locking you guys in.
Now I have to wash my clothes.
This elevator goes 14 stories deep underground. Whoa, that is very ominous. Come on in. Here is
this is a bunker.
Security and sickbay.
Whoa.
Look at that. That's incredible.
You can see everything going on here. This is crazy.
Everything in this area is monitored 24/7 with top-of-the-line surveillance.
As you can see, Chris is getting in the elevator. I bet you he Fortnite dances. He twerked. Oh, he's twerking it back. We're going to go to floor number 4. Whoa. Wait. So this is where they store all the food at. This is 47 servings of apples. Now let's talk about how we're in a store. Look at this.
Underground.
This is an underground fish market.
There's like multiple stories on this story.
How does this work?
Whoa.
Oh, holy crap.
Yo, is this real?
This is where they grow plants for the entire bunker. They literally grow everything here. And this is Dustin. He's going to answer our questions. Why are we growing all this?
If you were to be locked out from the outside world, you're going to need to grow your own plants and you're going to be self-sustained.
I wonder if they grow their own marijuana. You grow your own marijuana, bunker man?
They grow the fish, and they use the waste from the fish to grow the plants, and they use the plants to grow the food for the fish.
Crazy how they have this self-sustaining way to grow food and do all this stuff for people. This is nuts.
So you guys have any more questions?
Do fish get thirsty?
We're going to move on. Come on, let's go.
Now we're gonna go to the 14th floor and work our way up.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it feels like we're walking into a theater.
Whoa. I'd say we probably have to watch the B movie.
The B movie it is.
You like jazz?
Sorry about that detour, we're back. This next one, instead of the elevator, we're gonna take the stairs.
Why?
For fun. We should walk all the way to the top. Oh God. So is this floor 13?
This is floor 13. Is this the gym? Let's get our game.
I want to know how.
This workout room is
I
great.
want to know how they build underground like that. Like, what do they do? Like, they take a big
I'm getting fit.
thing and
Oh,
just
yeah.
and attach all that stuff in the ground. Like,
Ah. See you guys later. Bye. So, Chris, how does this feel?
Weird.
I wonder what the owners of the bunker think of us right now. They're probably watching us on the camera going, look at those idiots.
Just stop. Just stop it. What floor is this?
Oh, this is the edge.
Like, how do you build a bunker underneath the ground? I might watch a video on that.
Education place.
Wait, really?
Get out, get out.
Wait, this is the school. Were they drawing the schematics of the bunker? This is classified information.
Project. Can't even say it.
Ooh, a library.
Dude, there's so many books in here.
Not really.
That was sarcasm.
We're about to play a game of pool, but let's make it fun. How about we all bet $2,000? Whoever wins gets $6,000.
All right,
yes. Deal. Okay, I did that. So we're splitting them into 3. We're not going to bore you with it. See you at the end.
That's the ball game.
Hey, you guys want to finish this video? I kind of want. I'm so interested on how the hell. How in the world does anybody build a bunker underground? Does anybody know this? I need to see this. How the hell, how to build a bunker? Oh, shit. Do they have it up here? Underground. How to build a bunker underground. We really gotta see this, bro. I'm sorry, Mr. Beast. I'm sorry, Mr. Beast. I gotta see this. Container construction, pro tips, underground container bunker. Man builds hidden underground bunker in his backyard. I mean, that's how deep is he paused, but how deep is he gonna go? This looks crazy. All right, so let's look at this man. We might look at that video. All right, so let's look at how he does this. We're gonna look at the very basic one first. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go.
Recordings just got better.
Extreme bunker
Hey,
building.
Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available.
How this man built a basic looking bunker inside of his backyard. That's cool. That was pretty cool. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for one. That was pretty cool. You know what I mean? All right, so I mean, if I could build a bunker like that, yo, shit. Yo, we chilling, my boy. We are chilling. Pause. I don't mean for y'all to take my boy when I say it like that in a nasty way. I know we're in a bad time right now to be saying that stuff. Anywho, all right, so let's look at this one right here. I was about to look at. Now that's like a website though. All right, so let's look at this one. Let's look at a container, a ground container bunker. I've been clicking on this thing. Let's go.
Bally Casino has brought the Atlantic City Thrill online. With our money-back guarantee, you'll get up to $100 cash rebate if you fall short using your first deposit. Sign up.
This is the biggest forklift I've ever been on.
That's what my dude needed in the first.
In this video, you'll learn how Atlas survival shelters build their structures. We plan to follow it up. How to bury a container completely underground. Yeah, it's not quite into a hillside, and another how to bury a container completely underground. Yeah, it's not quite that simple. If you're interested in underground bunkers or potentially burying a sea can, join me in soaking up as much information as I can from the expert, Ron himself.
Yeah,
so Ron, tell us, what does Atlas survival?
Shipping container is cool. But the thing is that shipping container is very, I mean, it can be compact, but if you got it open like that, that's a different story. At the same time, it's not going to be open like that. You know what I mean? You're going to be underground. Now, unless you put two shipping containers cut in half next to each other, which would be bigger like that, now you got more space to maneuver around in there and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But you're going to have the shipping containers one on top of the other. I mean, it's only going to be so much room.
Survival shelters do.
I built bomb shelters, luxury bomb shelters. Sometimes they're rich and famous, but not always. Nobody wants to be caught above ground if shit hits the fan, so they call me. Any shelter's better.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That you put that shipping container down there, right? And that thing go wrong, everything blow up like he's saying. That shipping container got to heat up. I'm telling you, it gotta be. If there's a bunch of fire outside and you inside that shipping container, it gotta be like 200 degrees in there, boy. You gotta have some type of ventilation crazy in there, like crazy.
Shelter, and one of these things cost about $4,000. A shelter the same size made by me with the stairs and the hatch and everything inside, turnkey, is about $80,000. Okay, so you could buy this for $4,000, buy the air system for about $8,800, get the door for about $4,500, do it yourself, and be in the shelter. You could be in everything for around $20,000, $25,000 and have a DIY shelter. There's nothing wrong with that.
I would love to do that, but
interesting story. Ron's friends with my first cousin and hunts on his farmland up here in Saskatchewan. He popped by our container yard before flying out of Saskatoon for only about an hour, so I mic'd him up and asked a ton of questions to share his wisdom with you, our audience.
I actually have new lines of bunkers coming out that are for the regular guy that start at $20,000. Until then, I was doing some pretty pimped out bomb shelters for some pretty famous people like the Kardashians and the Tate brothers and Facebook and Bitcoin and yeah, all them guys.
Cool. Yeah, you'll have to tell us that at the end of the video here. But for now, we're gonna tour around our container yard here, show you what.
Yeah, I mean, like we got ourselves a real bunker building man over here. You know what I mean? He built bunkers for the Kardashians, fucking Mark Zuckerberg, and all of that. Huh? Mark Zuckerberg just built one. He just built one. Everybody talking about that. You know what I mean?
Here at the container guy, and then
he got a shipping container bunker.
Some ideas that we have.
That's cool.
Let's do it. So Ron, tell us about the unique features of your guys' shelters.
Well, I know you make containers. So what I do is I build a metal box with an exoskeleton that can hold the weight of the earth on top of it, where, a shipping container is made to where.
Hey man, I hate when people say not true things. I hate when people say not true things. This man just said he just built a boxer with an exo outside that can hold the weight of the earth. You guys want to think about that for a second? Let's think about that. Does anybody know how much the world even weighs, period? Does anybody know how much the world weighs, right? The world sitting on top of a shipping container, first of all. We're not even going to go through it. We already know. Fuck it.
Where you can stack them and all the weight could go on the four corners. So to make a square shelter that can be buried underground, it's got to have I-beams on the ceilings, I-beams under the floor. It's got to have channels going from one I-beam down to the other so it transfers the weight down to the bottom I-beam so it doesn't want to crush the box. Then we have to run horizontal channels side to side. So as you're looking at like one of my bunkers right here, you can see how structurally strong it is. That's because I'm burying some of my bunkers, 10 feet underground. And I want them to have a blast rating that they can take the pressure. I've been doing a long time before there was any role models to follow. So if somebody would have been around like me and had a YouTube channel 13, 14 years ago.
It's been 84 years.
I would have watched all their videos and learned from their mistakes. But so what I do is I now make the mistakes and I teach people what to do and not what to do. So when I started making shelters originally, all I did was round galvanized culvert shelters. The thing is I came out with a shelter called the Safe Cellar that's kind of square like this, and it feels like part of the house. So we put them in the ground, and then the stairs lead up to a hidden hatch that's in the floor behind a fake wall with a bookshelf that opens up. But you say open sesame, the wall opens, and then there's the stairwell that leads down to the bunker. So when you come in the bunker, it's either a wine cellar, a gun room, a bomb shelter, a man cave, a fire shelter, whatever it may be. But they're just cool, but they're catching on. And that's why my factory is so busy, because people like that recreational value of them too.
So I'm curious myself, if you were to build a new shelter for yourself tomorrow, what unique features would you include in it?
I have this new shelter that's called the Fat Boy. It's got a 10-foot ceilings with a sunken living room with handrails that go all the way around the deck. And it feels like more of like being in a New York apartment or a yacht because it's so wide. It's 14 feet wide, 50 feet long with such high ceilings that it's really cool. So I'm putting one in for Bitcoin right now. And they're going to use it as their command and control center. So we're putting all the monitors on the walls. But bunkers are just cool, I'm a big fan of people building their own shelters. As I said, I can't make enough bunkers. I'm just one person. Imagine if there's just one guy that made pizza, okay? You couldn't do it. You got to have pizza makers everywhere to supply enough pizza to the people in the world. So I try to be that guy that supplies the air systems, the doors, technology, drawings, advice, air pipes, and everything you need to survive.
Our audience is huge amount of DIYers, and so I got some ideas on how to reduce some of maybe the welding and a lot of the laser cutting, folding techniques that we have, and the engineering team that we have. So I've been watching your channel.
You're making one for Bitcoin. You guys seen that? I mean, I wonder if that was the real diagram of like how it was gonna look and everything. That's pretty cool. Like, I wonder if they have those videos up here of their bunker. You know what I mean?
About 6 months.
Yeah.
And every time I see it, I'm like, because everything we do, we always say, how do we get rid of traditional steel? Like HSS, I'll always continue to use I-beam. But I don't think that there's a place in this planet anymore for C-channel or potentially even hollow sections unless you need something secure into there and not go through the other side. Yeah, we could laser cut bolt holes even for alignment and then welding, or I would say weldless would be the only way that this would work. One thing that's interesting is if you cut with nitrogen, it reseals the edge.
Really?
I think another issue potentially is your floor would kind of half sag, but maybe we could mitigate that through the beams that are over here. But anywho.
Hey, shout out to the followers.
There's nothing wrong with making a prototype and failing and learning from that
Thank
one,
you for
why it
follows.
worked or why you didn't work, or
Result
why it
in
was not cost effective, or why it was a pain in the butt.
MW.
But
I'm
then
not
you're
sure what
stuck with
that
a
means,
prototype,
but
so you got to find
yo, shout out
somebody
to
to
you
buy
for
your
following. I
prototype.
appreciate you.
Good thing about bunkers, you can always sell your prototypes.
Like I said, guys,
somebody willing to
like, share, subscribe, support the page, and everything like that. Like, you guys grow with me, I grow with you guys, and everything like that. I give back also. Look out for giveaways and things like that. I just need some more. I need a lot. I need a lot more subscribers. You know what I mean? I ain't got a lot of subscribers right now. You guys aren't subscribed, but I got a lot of followers though. As I need to get some subscribers. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, things like that. I can start really getting into more of how I'm gonna do things with you guys and things like that. You know what I mean? So just work with me. I'm still in the beginning works here. I know it's pretty rough right now. My screen is shaky, or whatever the case is. Whatever you guys don't like, I know it's bad right now. I support and I appreciate the ones that sit here dealing with me like this. You know what I mean? So hey, shout out to my day ones, things like that. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, you guys grow with me, I grow with you guys. You know what I mean? So let's just keep it pushing.
Let's take it.
Yeah, we've engineered a lot of cool above ground solutions, but naturally now we're getting a lot of inquiries to bury a container underground. So how do we go about that?
What you got to do is you got to develop a stair system or a ladder system. Older people do not like ladders; they like stairs. I'm getting to that age where I just want to be in a bunker if I need a bunker. But if I'm going to use it for recreation, I'm going to use it for gun storage, wine storage, a tornado shelter, a fire shelter. You got to keep in mind there's so many uses you can use this for.
You're gonna spend $80,000 or more on a wine bunker? Why don't you just get a wine cellar or a refrigerator and just put your wine in there? Why are you gonna spend? I don't understand that. If you're gonna spend $80,000 on a bunker, wouldn't that be somewhere where you're gonna like try to survive? Something like that. I don't know. You're gonna spend $80,000 and put wine in there.
In America and on the West Coast, California, we have wildfires, and then you worry about doomsday. You go to Oklahoma, you have tornado shelters, and you worry about doomsday. You go to Texas, you worry about tornado shelters and doomsday. You go to Florida, it's hurricanes. But if you go to other areas, they're worried about Mount St. Helens or whatever, erupting, or Yellowstone erupting. So everybody should at least have an insurance plan, and that should be in the form of some sort of personal shelter for their family if they feel this world is going in the wrong direction. And most of us who watch this stuff do.
Hey, this world is going in the wrong direction. I love people do say that.
The one shipping container, I actually did two, but the one shipping container that I did, I turned it upside down because the floors on a shipping container, they're wood, and they were just basically open. So if you put it in the ground and the water rises, it's just going to come right through the floor. So I put it upside down, took the doors off the end, welded a plate on with the door on, welded it solid with the intention of putting this galvanized corrugated tin, covering it with concrete over the top and the side. And I figured if I could have done that, I could have controlled the water along with the sump pump. But unfortunately, the guy I sent it to didn't listen to my directions. He put it in the ground, covered it with earth. So as the water drained through the earth, it seeped in, it went around, and it completely destroyed that 20-foot shipping container shelter that I made like 10 years ago. So I stopped doing them then. Now, I'm not saying you can't do them, but it's basically you got to create like a concrete bathtub, put them in there, backfill them with concrete or engineered rock, then cover them and make sure that they're waterproof. Otherwise, they'll leak and they'll just flood. Because I've had it happen to me. I've been doing these bunkers for like, 12, 13 years. I've seen bunkers get water in them, and it's sickening to see that happen. That's why you change and you adapt and you listen and you learn and you don't do things. And that's why I put all my experiences, both good and bad, on YouTube so I can help people when they do it themselves. I travel all over the world. I'm doing bunkers in Europe and Australia and Asia and I mean, just all over the place. Bunkers are really a hot item right now. People are preparing for the shit to hit the fan, I'm telling you. I'll tell you a story. So I get a call from a TV producer that says they're keeping up with the Kardashians and that Kim and Khloe or the Kardashians want a bunker and they want to film an episode inside it. So we did our first meeting via Zoom, okay? And the first thing I said to them was like, y'all are looking good. Let's go out and party.
What are y'all doing? Good. How are you? Great. Y'all are looking good. You're looking good, Ron. In person. Let's go hang out and party. Yeah. In a bunker.
So it's funny in the video, they're sitting there like pampering themselves. And it's like, so we got completely, never even talked about bunkers. We talked about everything but bunkers. So finally we had to break down after about 45 minutes. I made a bunker and then I shipped it out to California. And so Khloe and Kim go inside and do their episode. It was called New Friends in the Bunker on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the very last season. But they were totally cool with me. I mean, I was never a Kardashian fan. Yeah. I'm really still not. The funny thing was I was wearing an Obama shirt and a MAGA hat because I was trying to be funny. Okay. Well, turns out Kanye West is running for president at the time. So the producer asked me to take off the MAGA hat, and I got stuck with an Obama shirt. I look like an idiot, but I caught hell for that. So I had to do a YouTube short about how they made me take off the MAGA hat, you know, this on my channel. But no, they were cool. They were cool. Yeah, so that's my Kim Kardashian story.
Thank you for telling it. That's awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed that. All of this expertise and experience and wisdom is just so beneficial to me and my audience. And so I'm very thankful for you coming here today. And I know my audience is as well. And so where can my audience find you?
Well, they can watch me on my own YouTube channel, Atlas Survival Shelters. I usually film the actual bunkers that I install. I've got over 100 million views.
Atlas Survival Shelters. Right. Yeah. Can we scroll down? This ain't going the right way. Thank you. Damn. Yeah, he does have a lot of videos up here. All right, so yeah. Anyway, we'll check out a couple of his other videos later on. But other than that, family, I wonder if I have time for anything else going on. I'm not sure if I have time to talk about anything else on here. I would love to, but I don't think that I have really time to do that right now. But hey, family, it was good. Got a nice little hour in. We're going to cut it there. You know what I mean? Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Welcome, friends. You know what I mean? You guys like my hoodie? You guys like my friend's hoodie? You know what I mean? You guys like the friend's hoodie? Can't really see it like that. Hey. Like I said, you guys are family. You guys are friends. Whatever you want to call it. Like, share, subscribe to my Twitch and my YouTube. Let's just grow together. Check out my about section, like I said. And let's just have fun. Peace.